First, the headlines. Former Minister of CAF and PD Karam Shyam joins BJP. Thousands of supporters of Langtabal AC endorse Shyam's decision. Locals clash with police at Lilong Chingkham over land acquisition for police outpost. 10 persons injured in firing tear gas shells. Like-minded group extends financial assistance to agri farmers whose paddy harvest had been burned by unknown miscreants. Hello and a very good evening. You're watching the MAMI TV English News Bulletin. I'm ALBINA RIAMEI. Former Minister of CAF and PD and MLA of Langtabal Assembly Constituency, Karam Shyam has joined BJP today. A formal reception function for Karam Shyam was held at Thambal Shanglen at Nityaipa Chuthek today. President of BJP Manipur Pradesh, A. Sharda Devi, in charge of BJP Manipur Pradesh, Dr. Sambit Patra, and National General Secretary, Organization of BJP, Abhay Kumar Giri, who is also in charge of Manipur, graced the reception program. Later, BJP Imphal West District Committee organized a reception program come public meeting at Puthiba Ground at Lilong Chazing, Myrenkong. Chief Minister N. Biren, President of BJP Manipur Pradesh, A. Sharda Devi, Member of Rajya Sabha King Sanajauba Laishemba, and key functionaries of BJP Manipur Pradesh attended the reception program. Volunteers of Youth Development Council of the constituency welcomed MLA Karam Shyam. As a part of the program, Chief Minister N. Biren launched Thambal campaign for the constituency by spray painting symbol of the party. Speaking on the occasion, Chief Minister Biren said people of the state are well aware of the development taken up by the BJP-led government. The BJP-led government will not be hindered by negative forces criticizing the development projects taken up by the government. The main objective of the current government is to avail of the benefits of these schemes to the people from grassroots level. Stating that most part of the objective has been fulfilled, Biren asserted that many people have availed of the benefits of CMHT card. The bond of brotherhood between valley and hills has been strengthened, and people of the hill areas are getting fair share of benefits by conducting Go to Village mission. Chief Minister Biren asserted that the government needs to continue so that people of the state can lead a high standard of living.
Karigumma makhal tamagi prajagi oiba pot praja da kana gadaba pot tawbiram drakanda hujikta BJP na tawrupa kanda kalakpa mihoba tabung khangde na personal attack tawrupa main manta da kaya basan pirakpa TV discussion da khangni khangde angang macha khara thola pangangang ba with fact and figure akoi aran ba yaba mini lan gi bada lan gra haiba ngam mini koi soi gi bada soi gra haiba ngam mini adu proof oina akoi da evidence au na akoi da hairo ba adu kanda akoi surrender tobi ge ba nattadra pangangang gudu de koi taroi aduna ngasi yengo more lambi pura international highways mau lambi yengbiyo Mizoram taba lambi yengbiyo ising haksang phaba yumna turengi anei be sing desa kana haksang kamai phadoino ngodo honorable prime minister Narendra Modi ji na crore lising ohum masanga 3500 crores sanction to birega NDB dagi recommend ka pihal le kana ngasidi ising 35 ising thakpa paisa da yankhai umdo yankhai mari % yaure boji Manipur akoi government ji ki target election lakne mai mangda 80% yum na to ising phangan mane 80%.
Speaking on the occasion, Karam Shyam said after a thorough deliberation with his active workers of 40 polling stations of the constituency for around 20 days, they unanimously decided to join BJP to bring a positive change to the constituency.
Handakti Honorable Shyamna, akoi laibak thiraba ichan jing isa jing chigi namakta widow pension ade scheme widogi thagi sangwa hapkane na hodorokpase asuki matik tawbimal khangbo utsari aduna akoi gi di widow committee laibanina maduda aigi magi migi adi thibagi wafam lairoi aigi di yaraga di khara yamna hapiyo na adum daga haijage yamna santi wene election je pangthoga aina khanjabadadi aidi awonba tha sahi tara sigi manungda hiram khudingmakda tourist ki da oiro laikon semgotpada adagi lambi thongda drain da adagi community hall da adagi policy da program da awonba hongba khara hanam la khrena khalle adubo aise laibak thiba haitai honorable cm da di kibra kaino amata bu sai de ngon di pok sai de sai re ha deputy cm na bu sai bane amana bu sai bane ado sai bu sing do thaja birunu aibu masak khangmadi langdabal kendra ki prajana khangbam thoeba uripo ki masak khangmad uripo ki prajana khangam ganeba andak te atai maki kendra da satrasu uripo ta salaga ta hoi aseng da haijo ke khangan.
At least 10 persons were injured when police resorted to firing tear gas shells and rubber bullets as tension erupted after a team of police reached Lilong Chingkham in Lilong Assembly constituency for land demarcation for construction of a police outpost in the area. More security forces were deployed in the area to bring the situation under control. Spokesperson of Lilong Chingkham Maya Development Organization, Nurul Amin, condemned step of demarcation without any prior information, despite the order of the court to notify on the matter with 4 weeks, asserting that they will not accept the demarcation of land against the approval of the people. He said the government must take full responsibilities of those injured in the incident. They also appealed to the government for the release of the people arrested by the police. The organization cautioned to launch hesitations with CSOs of the state if government fails to bring an amicable solution to the matter.
Ngasigi thodok asida security personnel singna phakriba mioi singa do condition amata yaudana asok apan yaudana khudona soktana hairiba mafam simaktada sport mafam simaktada makhoi masana thilakadami haibase hadurakadami haibase akanba mawongda akhoi JSC na thammi.
Like-minded group LMG Manipur provided money assistance of ₹10 to the families whose piles of ripe paddy plants kept for threshing at Sanjam Cherang Maning Lokon were set on fire by some unknown persons on November 9. Taking part in the rendering of service, Secretary of LMG Ozit expressed concern over the rise of burning piles of rice kept for threshing in the past few years. Blazing rice is synonymous to burning the livelihood of farmers. As such, he appealed to the state government to take up measures to such incidents in the future. Ozit feared that the farmers might have to guard piles of ripe rice overnight before being threshed.
Like-minded group ki maike digi hariba lopu mari jida yamba yangdaba kitang pukning nungainaba haiduna lupa lising aniga sanga punna lupa lising tara je pangjege haiduna ekoi LMG ki team masin lakjabani
The lost ripe rice belonged to Taurem Ahandi from Sanjam Kunau Awang Lekai, Laishram Rina Irungbam Abemhal, and Yumnam Shushila of Fumlo Awang Lekai. Chief Minister N. Biren expressed concern over the low rate of COVID vaccination in hill areas. He appealed to the people of the hill areas to get COVID vaccination and sought support for completion of vaccination process by December this year. He said this during the flag off program of COVID vaccination expressed to 13 districts of the state from Kuman Lampak Indoor Stadium today. He flagged off COVID vaccination vehicles. Speaking on the occasion, he said, "We must not take COVID situation lightly as the pandemic has not been fully controlled." As such, he stressed on the need to get COVID vaccines by everyone. Stating that achieving the milestone of more than 100 crore COVID vaccination by India as miracle, he said, "We must thank Prime Minister Narendra Modi for the feat in a short period of time." Biren sought the support of the people for completion of COVID vaccination before Christmas this year. Notably, the COVID vaccination vehicles flag off today will undertake vaccination in Thoubal, Kakching, Bishnupur, Churachandpur, Ferzol, Tengnopal, Chandel, Kangpokpi, None, Tamanglong, Jiribam, Kamjong and Ukhrul districts. So far, 120 vaccination vehicles have been provided by Care India to the state government under its CSR program. Member of Rajya Sabha King Sanajau Baleshemba, Chief Secretary Dr. Rajesh Kumar, Additional Chief Secretary of Health and Family Welfare V. Bumlun Mang, and ICT Head of Care India Ram Krishna attended the flag-off event.
भारत सुगुम्बा यामना डेडली पैंडेमिक कोविड-19 सिगी कन्ननबा वैक्सीन पुथोकपा ngamne ngamni asibu no one expected. Even the world was surprised. Recently Covaxin was approved by the World Health Organization. Lakpani adu ani puthoine ama katanate why ishorna bharat ki biyam se America ki do ngai lerdi mamang gi da lai thokpa gi da adagi malaria gi da Europe ki hidak ngai ba America ki hidak ngai ga sahi Manga la ida tara la la kudo di Bharat di antadi mi crore ke alo shirang gudo shio adu ishona honorable prime minister ki magi am sincere oiba am dedicated oiba people's ki damta uru kan ishona Bharat ki praja me am kanna bane vaccine ani sala ga kalori.
Minister of Agriculture O. Lukhoi expressed confidence that BJP will form a peaceful government if the party gets an absolute majority in the next terms and take up various developmental projects. He said this during Go to Village 2.0 program yesterday at Palel in Kakching district, attended by MLAs and top-ranking officials of the state government. Speaking on the occasion, Lukhoi said the BJP-led coalition government is about to complete 5 years. To continue the development projects taken up by the government, he stressed on the need to bring back the government. Being a coalition government, there is some unrest within the government, he said. As such, he sought the support of the people for peaceful state by making BJP win absolute majority in the upcoming general election.
Corona the Hensati politically Corona Karane, and the Corona Sine Sakars in the Pajana. I'm the fulfill winner, my own Jelagat. Deployment work Prajaga Tonaga, deployment Tokokato, the Mam Singsu, Mapung Pabum, Gidrabanina. Lakatu another 5 years Simaga. BJP Kataki Vatomaba, Gomen, Amatan, Shamalagakoi, Jingtam, Lady Prajai Chilin Auxinchi, Kari, Owen or K Habiche, Yimbi Obama.
During yesterday's program, assistance was provided to the beneficiaries of different government schemes, while people took the benefits of 40 stalls set up by the government. Former MLA of Moirang Assembly Constituency, M. Prithviraj, welcomed 150 new entrants of Kuokta Municipal Council, Ward number 7 under Moirang AC to BJP. They were former members of Indian National Congress. As part of the program, a booth-level committee was formed. Speaking on the occasion, Prithviraj said he does not want to be an MLA for mere distribution of rations and fertilizers, as it is the duty of ward members or asins. He decided to join BJP as he wanted to join the race of political change brought by Prime Minister Narendra Modi.
BJP शासन से कहीं को अब खरा की तौही श्री नरेंद्र मोदी का अब खरा तौही श्री एन ब्रेन सिंह अशोक क्लोज होगा या बस Congress ko ay Mantri wala ko kung tawag ko na ako ang lidera mo kami. Agar makita ko tawag sila ay question ay nangasay ni ay kundi poling bolong ay kundi musida ay halaman sa workers ang jago ng mga mo so BJP ng kanya so boy may nasala mga sa ko drama pan 0.99 sa BJP ng parani hay na boy no may ayam sa ilong BJP.
Palem Panthau Masaikol celebrated Ningol Chakoba festival yesterday at the home at Wangjing, Sorokaibam Laikai in Taubal district. President of Masaikol Yumnam Mahendra Kumar, Secretary of Social Reforms Reorganization Taubal district Sobita Maibam, Managing Director of Sinai Institute of Medical Sciences, its Secretary Dr. S. Kumar and Doctor of Social Service with specialization in humanity Nongmai Themrojit attended the event as the presidium members. A lunch was also organized for the elder women of the home. Prime Minister Narendra Modi will launch two innovative customer-centric initiatives of the Reserve Bank of India RBI, the Retail Direct Scheme and the Integrated Ombudsman Scheme via video conferencing on Friday. In a statement today, Prime Minister's Office PMO said the RBI Retail Direct Scheme is aimed at enhancing access to the government securities market for retail investors. It offers them a new avenue for directly investing in the securities issued by the centre and the state governments. The investor will be able to easily open and maintain their government securities accounts online with the RBI for free, it added. The Reserve Bank Integrated Ombudsman Scheme aims to further improve the grievance redress mechanism for resolving customer complaints against entities regulated by the central bank. India recorded 13,091 fresh COVID-19 cases with 340 deaths in the last 24 hours, 14% higher than yesterday. The active case load in the country stood at 1.38 lakh. Meanwhile, a recovery rate in India stood at 98.25%, which is the highest since March 2020. At least 13,878 people have recovered in the last 24 hours, which led the total number of recoveries to 3.38 crore. The weekly positivity rate stood at 1.18%, less than 2% for last 48 days, and the daily positivity rate at 1.10%, which is less than 2% for the last 38 days. So far, the total tally of vaccination in the country reached 110.23 crore. In the crusade against smuggling activities, the Assam Rifles troops deployed in Mizoram recovered a huge consignment of foreign cigarettes worth rupees 10.40 lakh. The search battalion of Headquarter 23 Sector Assam Rifles under the aegis of Headquarter Inspector General Assam Rifle East recovered 8 cases of foreign cigarette at Chungte village in Sampai district near the India-Myanmar border. Assam Rifles said in a statement the operation was carried out by a joint team of 8 Assam Rifles, 11 Assam Rifles and Customs Department based on specific information. It said one person was apprehended for possessing the contraband worth rupees 10.40 lakh, which was believed to be smuggled from Myanmar. The recovered items and the accused were handed over to the Customs Department for further legal proceedings. Ongoing smuggling is a major cause of concern for the state of Mizoram, especially along the India-Myanmar border. Assam Rifles, rightly christened as the Sentinels of Northeast, has continued its efforts against the smuggling activities in Mizoram. Beijing authorities have sealed off mall and locked down several residential compounds over a COVID flare-up as the latest outbreak spread to the Chinese capital's central districts. China has largely curbed widespread transmission of the coronavirus through snap lockdowns, mass testing and travel restrictions. But authorities are on high alert after a nationwide spike linked to domestic travel in the past month. 6 new cases were found in Beijing's central districts of Chaoyang and Haidian Thursday morning. Local media reported all close contacts of people infected recently in northeastern Jilin province. The latest spike occurred during a high-level meeting of top Communist Party leaders in Beijing. Beijing health officials said at a briefing that more than 280 close contacts have been identified, with almost 12,000 people screened for the virus in both Chaoyang and Haidian districts. Before we end the bulletin, let's look at the top news headlines once again. Former Minister of CAF and PD Karam Shyam joins BJP. Thousands of supporters of Langtabal AC endorse Shyam's decision. Locals clash with police at Lilong Chingkham over land acquisition for police outpost. 10 persons injured in firing tear gas shells. Like-minded group extends financial assistance to aggrieved farmers whose paddy harvests had been burned by unknown miscreants. With that, it's a wrap for this evening news bulletin. Thank you for joining us. Have a great time ahead.